guys, so we're trying this again. See if I can get this in my camera holder. I just tried to go live and it was being crazy. So I don't know if it's working now or not, but if it's not, we're not going to stress over it. If it's not showing live, what I will do is stop the video shortly and then we will deal with it later. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm just trying to pull it up on my computer so I can see it. Okay. We're going to see what we can do. Alright guys, if anybody gets on here, let me know, because I'm only going to stay on a few minutes if it's not letting you guys know that I'm on. Because I got stuff I can do, but I'd rather spend a little bit of time with you guys if y'all get notification of this. I cut a book up, and it's what I got from the library for $2, and it had all sorts of these really cool vintage looking images in it. And so I've just been sitting here just kind of cutting all of this stuff out so that I can have it ready. And so I figured I could just get on here and you guys could keep me company, but I don't think that it's sending out a notification because I just looked at my channel and I didn't see where it showed I was live. So, my YouTube may be glitching again. Y'all know it does do that. Especially when I try to end the video. That's when it goes crazy. That's cool. That ended up being on both sides. And I love the stamps on these. I think this book may be from the UK. And I guess it's maybe like patents for inventions that didn't go anywhere. I don't know, I like it though. I really like it. So I'm just going through, I really don't feel like doing all this tonight, but the thing is, if I go ahead and get it done, then whenever I need it for ephemera, I don't have to stress over it. So that's why I'm going ahead and cutting these out. So what I'll do is I'll probably stay live until I'm finished cutting them out, and if nobody's on, then I'll just end it and you guys can watch it on the replay, because I don't know what's going on with the YouTube as to why it's not showing up, because like I said, I logged into my YouTube and it wasn't even showing live for me. So I don't know what the deal is. It might be user operator error. Which, y'all know that's not out of the question with me. So I need to record several videos for next week because we've got a lot going on next week. But I really don't feel like doing much of anything. When I get off of this, I am going in the living room and I am sitting down with my husband, and that's where I'm going to stay for a while. And yes, he is home because I didn't tell you guys, but he had lost his job 2 weeks ago. The Governor's Club did a reorg, and his position was cut, which that's not uncommon in that, you know, in that industry. And but the Lord blessed him. He has a new job that he starts on Monday, and it is a very promising job. But I will say that I have enjoyed the last 2 weeks with my hubby being home, because I was also teleworking during that time, so we were able to just, you know, even if it was just, you know, sitting in the living room together while I worked and he would be looking for jobs and something, just to have that time together was wonderful. And I enjoyed it very much. I can say I got spoiled to it. But, so I do want to, when I finish getting these cut out, I do want, you know, if the live is still going crazy, then I am just going to go in there and spend the rest of the evening with him. But if any of you guys get on, I will stay on, but I've had troubles with, like, my YouTube or something lately. I mean, I always have troubles when I try to end the video if I'm cast into the TV, which I'm not cast into the TV tonight. But I've had troubles with that, so I don't know if that's what some of the troubles may be now. I have no idea. But I'm not going to stress over it. At least this will be here for the replay, I think. I hope, if they don't mess that up too. But yeah, I've just been very busy, very, very busy with hubby, you know, having lost his job, and then in all of that, I got offered a job with the Florida Department of Education, making $10,000 more a year than what I make right now. But I really love what I do and where I'm at, so I was very leery about taking it. But I interviewed for a huge promotion at my current employment, and I found out Wednesday that I got the promotion, and it's $10,876 more than what I make right now, plus I can still telework. So I will not be going to the Department of Education. I am staying. I will continue to be an investigator. Well, I think it's maybe like an investigator supervisor or something. I don't know. But at any rate, it's still doing what I'm doing basically, and it's still with Department of Health, and I love it. So it looks like I am just going to, it looks like I'm just basically recording a video for you guys, so that's what we're going to say that this is. It's just because the live is not working tonight for some reason. But that's okay, because I'm getting some stuff done. Maybe. I'm trying to get some stuff done anyway. All of this stuff will make such cute envelopes and journal cards, and I never pay $2 for a book at my library bookstore, but I really did want this one. So I paid $2. Which $2 is still not bad, but you know, I'm spoiled to my 50-cent books. I know, I'm spoiled. But these books are pretty amazing, I must say. I think what I want to do is cut this one out. I got some really neat books that were like very early 1900s. One of them, the book pages are like all different sizes in it, and it's very neat, which I'd almost talk myself out of using it, but that's not, I bought it to use, so I need to use it. I have the hardest time using vintage books, even if they're all tore up. But I'm going to make myself do it. So I don't have a lot more of these to do, and then I'll be getting off for the night. I don't want to cut that number, so I'm going to go just like that. I'm going to leave that one cut. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut it. But I can do it like that, and that way I can cut that number. And then this, we'll just do like this. I was pretty sure, I've never seen a book like this before, to have so many vintage style images. They're not vintage images, but they're good enough for me. And they will be fun to use in some journals. And then you can, obviously, you can embellish them and make them look really vintagey, which is what I'll do. So, yeah. Well, I hate that the live got messed up, and because we haven't went live in so long, and I was actually looking forward to being live with all of you guys tonight and talking to everybody. But YouTube, gotta love it. It's okay. There's always another night, which I may not be able to do it next Friday night because my daughter, Kimberly, has the that talent competition that she does. She has that Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, I believe. So I will be there screaming as loud as I possibly can. So I will definitely not be doing a live next week. So unfortunately, it'll be probably 2 weeks before I can do another live. But I will be doing videos. I'm hoping to still continue doing the videos every day, except for the weekend. I've really tried to stay up on that. So if you guys do end up watching this in the replay, please let me know if you received a notification for the live, or if it just popped up in your, like in the replay list. Because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the whole YouTube thing as to why it didn't show. Because I know that it didn't show up in my, because I can go and look and see it the same way that you guys do, and I couldn't find where I was going live at all. And so I had went live, and then I ended it and went live again, thinking that maybe I'd done something wrong, and it still wouldn't show up that I was going live. So apparently there's something wrong in the system, or I don't know. I don't think I have it set to private. Let me look. Now that I'm thinking about it, it makes me wonder. Because it just don't make sense. Oh, there we go. Okay, guys. If anybody's on, let me know because I'm having troubles with my YouTube. This crazy thing. Guys, I've been sitting here for the last 13 minutes talking to myself, knowing that my YouTube was messed up. Because I couldn't see that I was doing anything. I tried to find it on my channel. I couldn't find it. I just went into the YouTube studio, and guess what, guys? The stupid thing was showed as unlisted. I didn't put it as unlisted. Thank you, YouTube. So, what I was talking to myself about. I bought this book at, hi, how are you? I bought this book at my library bookstore. I paid $2 for it. Hi, Debbie. And so I have cut it up, and it's full of all these vintage style images, and so I'm like trying to get them all cut out. So this will let y'all know how long I've been sitting here talking to myself. I knew something was up with the YouTube, and I was like, I don't know, because I started the live, and then nothing was happening. I couldn't find it. Hey, Miss Deanna. And so I ended that live, and I'm like, okay, what in the world? And so I was just sitting here talking to myself again. And hi, Tammy. And then I was like, you know what? I wonder if YouTube posted it as private. And guess what, guys? They did. So I've been sitting here this whole time. Hi, Pam. I've been running my mouth to myself. I mean, it was fine because I needed to get this stuff done. Because I've got... Hi, Jen. Happy Friday. Yes, it was a very happy Friday for me because this was my 1 week in the office this month. And guys, I was so happy that my 1 week in the office was a short 3-day week. So I don't guess that technically counts as a week in the office, but for purposes of my job, it counted. So now I'm home for 3 weeks teleworking. But I have good news for you guys. I have got to tell y'all. Okay, so I did not say anything to any of you guys, but 2 weeks ago yesterday, my husband lost his job. That happened, you know, in the Governor's Club done a reorg, and, you know, that's the kind, his position was cut, and in that line of work, that's something that happens, unfortunately, a little more often than you would want. And we didn't stress over it. We knew that, you know, the Lord would take care of it. Well, and not only that, but last week, my Etsy went crazy. You guys started blowing up my Etsy and ordering. And I'm telling y'all, I cannot even tell you the blessing that all of you were last week by purchasing from my Etsy. And I mean, there's no way that I can do, and I know that I didn't say anything to anybody. I didn't tell anybody what was going on. So the Etsy just kind of went crazy, and it helped tremendously. And then I think I may have told you guys where the Department of Education had called me and said that somehow they had got my resume somehow, which I've never applied to the Department of Education ever. But somehow they ended up with my resume, and they wanted me to come in for an interview. And so I had went in for the interview, and I'm like, you know, that's worth at least just going in to see. My biggest thing was I wanted to see, thank you, Tammy. And Lord's worked it all out. No problems now. I mean, you know, we're still going to be missing 2 weeks worth of pay for him, but it's perfectly fine. The Lord took care of it, and will continue to do so. So anyway, I went in for my interview, and I knew whenever I was at the interview, I knew that I had the position. I knew they were going to offer it to me. And so they started last week, you know, calling me, needing me to go and get fingerprints done. I needed to, all kinds of stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I went ahead and done it. Well, then they offered me the position. And guys, I love what I do right now. I love my job now. I love where I work. So I was like, y'all ain't going to be able to sway me. Well, guys, they offered me the position, and it's $10,000 more a year than what I'm making right this minute. And you would think that I would have been like, yeah, I'll take it. And I didn't feel peace. And, you know, I knew that if I went to work there, I'd love it because I'm a workaholic. So I'm going to love, no matter where I'm at, I'm going to enjoy working, you know. So I was like, I just need peace. And so I had everybody at the church praying, you know, I had them, number one, I had them praying about my husband's job situation. And I said, I also need y'all to pray about my job situation because, you know, to be offered a position making $10,000 more a year, especially with him losing his job, it's very tempting, but I don't feel peace in that. I did not feel peace at all. And so last Friday, a week ago today, I actually interviewed for a position at my current job, a huge promotion. And they called me Wednesday and they told me, they said, okay, they said, we cannot give you the official offer until everything goes through personnel, but pretty much you've got the job, you're the top candidate. And guys, guess what? It's $10,876 more a year, plus I will still be able to telework, which at the Department of Education there was no telework. So that was Wednesday. And then guys, not even an hour later, my husband got a job offer. And he starts Monday. Now, tell me that wasn't God. And, you know, it's still going to be a while before, a couple weeks probably before I see my pay increase, which I'm okay. I'm fine. I said, I'm good as long as I know that I have the position. And so the Legislative Affairs Director called from the Department of Education today, and he's like, we're wanting you to take this job. And I'm like, yeah, Jen, it was beyond. And if any of you guys are friends of mine on Facebook, y'all saw the Facebook post where I said, you know, not only did the Lord show up, he showed up and showed out, because it was like, he was like, no, I'm not going to answer one prayer today. That's too little. He said, I'm going to answer both prayers today. And literally, guys, it was within an hour. It was almost at the exact same time, basically. And then the fact that, I don't know, I have been so thankful because I really, and I said, you know, I would have been okay going to the Department of Education. I'm fine with that. If that's where the Lord wanted me to go, I would have went. And I know that I would have enjoyed it because I love to work. And as long as I had work to do, I would have been fine. But my one thing that I said was, I don't care where I'm going to be working at. I just need to have peace in whatever decision that I make. And I honestly did not have peace. And I said, you know, God, you've got to give me peace if you want me to go or stay or, you know, whatever. I just need to know that I'm making the right decision. And that's whenever basically, you know, and I had even said, I don't even care if, you know, Department of Health couldn't match what Department of Education offered me. If they could just get in the ballpark, I would stay. You know, they didn't even get in the ballpark. They went above what the Department of Education was offering. So, yeah, it was definitely God. I mean, it's just, I have just been on cloud nine. I don't know, my stupid, hopefully I'm not freezing up for you guys because it looks like I'm freezing up on my iPad. But look, all of these images, guys, were out of that one book that I took apart. And I mean, they're not vintage images, but they're vintage enough that I can do something with them and they will look so cute. That's why I paid $2 for this book, was for all of these images. I think it was like inventions that didn't change the world, or I don't know. I don't know why this, I'm trying to, oh, most definitely, Jim, most definitely. That was one time we put it in his hands, and, you know, I said, I can't change anything, and there's nothing I can do. Me stressing is not going to change it one way or the other. It's not going to make it us have a job or not have a job or anything of the sort. So why on earth did I, you know, would I waste sleep over something that I couldn't control? And I said, Lord, it's, you know, it's on you. And guys, when I'm telling y'all that the Lord took care of it, that, I mean, there's just, that's all I can say. He definitely took care of it. And I'm just so thankful. And then, you know, not only that, but because the, you know, the finances, you know, we lost 2 weeks of pay. And so, but I didn't want to get on here and say, hey, you know, I didn't want to do that. I was just like, Lord, I'm going to let you take care of it. And guys, people started ordering on my Etsy and just started ordering. And I just saw, and I was just like, thank you, Lord. I mean, he just showed me that, you know, all right, you trust in me, and he'll supply all of my needs. He didn't say he'll give me all of my wants, but he did say he would supply all of my needs, and that's exactly what he's done. So this is one of the little things that I made with one of the images out of that book. Isn't that cute? And it's just, there's nothing to it. It's just like a little journal card. Let me see if here's the cover to that book. All right, so this is the cover of the book that and see, I paid $2 for it. I never pay $2 for a book from the library bookstore, but I felt like it was worth it. And I may or may not use this cover, probably not, but I'm going to just kind of leave it for in case I do. Oh, I'm working on Jen's order. It's a pretty purple. That's Jen's order. I've got so many things going. Physical item. I do have physical items in my Etsy store again. I've with me living back in Tallahassee, it's a little easier for and I've talked to the mail carrier that actually comes to my box and picks stuff up, and they said that they would have no problem getting it out of my box, because, you know, I've had issues with people in the past not getting my mail and getting it delivered good. But so far, everything I've shipped since I've been up here has been wonderful, so I'm very happy. Let me show you guys a couple things. Look, I picked this up from the library bookstore, and I don't know if you guys can see it. See, I paid $1 for this one. And this one is pretty neat. Look, the pages don't even, let me see if I can get it. The pages aren't even in the book, and they're like different textures. And it's from 1931. This paper is so thick, but you see, like, there's some that's, so at first I thought, okay, maybe somebody cut it, but no, it's all throughout the book that it's all different size pages. I got almost all, I still have, because I got another order of coffee dyed paper. So I have probably, I think I have like another 100 sheets that I need to coffee dye, which tomorrow will be nice and sunny, because I really love doing it when it's a good sunny day, because let me grab a couple sheets here. No, that's not it. Whenever I coffee dye it and I dry it outside, it sounds so crinkly. This is some of the legal size coffee dyed paper that I had, but listen how crinkly it is. And this was just some that I was, like, I had extra coffee when I got done with the regular coffee dyed paper, so I just kind of threw it at it. And so you see the stains and all, but when it's out in the sun, it'll do that. So that's why I love coffee dyeing it on a good sunny day. I think my address may still be, is it still in the description box? It's the same address. I know, doesn't that sound good? I love it. Love, 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 love it. Yeah, and I don't know if we'll do it at the retreat this year, because that's as long as the retreat may happen like the first weekend in October. That's what we're hoping. But that time of year is kind of, it's not the greatest for the sun, you know, here in Florida. I mean, it's still probably warm and hot for a lot of you guys, but it's not like what, like right now, we're under heat advisories, which you guys see. I have a long sleeve shirt on because guess what? I'm still cold. I'll do a video. I'll see if I can remember to do a video. This is another book that I bought at the library bookstore. I paid $3 for this one. And this one, the cover, and it's like coming apart. But wait until you see the paper. Let me turn it up like this. Can you guys see? Look, it's showing different colored papers. And so I had to get it. I think they've got that glued on wrong because this is the cover front. So you can see the handwriting right here. It's so old. Look at that. How pretty is that? And then look at these images. And I couldn't find a date in it. I really tried to find a date. The only thing I could find was that if they kept the book out for more than 2 weeks, they would have to pay 10 cents for every week. But I couldn't find a date anywhere in it. But look at these pages. I might be able to Mod Podge the front, but the thing is the spine has come off apparently. So I would need to figure out a way to get that on there good because I love this cover. I love the detailing of it. So I definitely want to see what I can do about saving that one. Let me show you guys. A couple more that I picked up. This one is beautiful, and I think this is the one I love the paper in. And this one is in German or something, I don't know, maybe Dutch, German, something. But here, listen to them papers. And this one is 1958. And so I got it because, you know, I don't have a lot with the, I didn't know that was in there. I don't have a lot with the different languages, so I wanted to grab it, and then I love the paper. And I do like that spine, though, too. That would make a really cute spiral-bound junk journal, and it's about the right size. I like them a little smaller, but it's still good. And then I picked this one up. This one was 50 cents, and this one was apparently $1 because there was nothing on it. And I picked this one up here. Let me see if it has a date. 1922. And so it's a different language as well. And you can see where they've like made notes on it. I have no idea what it is, but I love. We just lost power. I just heard the transformer blow. Yep. So, hopefully this is still getting to you guys. But I will be getting off of here shortly because we have no power. So y'all lights. But this and look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it without the power. Look at that label right there. And 1915. Look at this. Oh, I need to do that, Jen. I will. When we get power back. The funny thing is, it was storming, it was bad, like on my way home from work. It was looking really bad. And it doesn't look bad right now. I can see blue, pretty much blue sky right now, but I heard the transformer when it blew. I'll show you that one last. Okay, and then hopefully you guys can see it, because as soon as I show these, I'm going to have to get off it. This one says Latin for today. I wonder if somebody hit a pole. Because now I hear the cop cars. I mean, we live right next to the hospital, so I'm used to hearing them. But that sounds like it's coming from a different direction, so that may be. And I don't know, 1928. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It will make beautiful, beautiful toning. And this one is too thick for the spiral bound junk journal, but it could be a regular junk journal. And then I got a bunch more of it. They're in the car, but I did have to pull these out to show you guys. So this is a 1950s like Merton McCall reader. Look at this stuff. How cool is this? Look. I couldn't wait to get these. Okay, and this one, I must have paid $1 for it. Alright, and the last one I'm going to show you guys, and then I'm going to have to get off because I know you guys probably can't see with the lighting situation. This one says property of Atlanta University Library. And you can see, hopefully I'm getting it where you guys can kind of see it. But look at, number one, look at the papers. They are just beautiful. But that's not the best part of this book. Oh, that's cool, Jen. And again, I don't see a date in this one, but it did have some of this stuff in there. That was really cool. And then I couldn't add this piece of paper in it. And I mean, just look at this. So this was neat just to get this, but wait until you see. I love that. Okay. So that's cool all within itself. But look at the date right there. Can you guys see that? And check this out. These are from 1935 and 1936. This was worth it right there. And then look. Look at that. Guys, I'm loving it. Anyway, I'm going to have to get off of here because we have no power. And I don't know when we'll get power back, and you can't see. So anyway, guys, I'm going to cut it short. Thank you all for coming by, and thank you, Miss Debbie. I love them. You ought to see the other ones. Oh, well, before I go, let me show you this. When you go into the library and look for books, don't just look for just the vintage books. Also look for these kind of books. What did I do with? I can't see it because I can't see anything since we have no power right this minute. Look for stuff like this, because see how these have these images like this in it? You can use this to make envelopes and tags and all sorts of stuff like that. So don't just stay in the vintage section. Make sure that you venture over to, you know, like the embroidery, like this one is machine embroidery. But see these images here? This is all stuff that you can use in making tags and journal cards and what have you. I wish I had the other thing that I had found. And then there's this one. And so this one, look at this. I mean, that makes great tags and journal cards. And then it has some of the images there. So definitely make sure that you remember how I'm always telling you guys, you know, think outside the box. So that's what you need to do when you go thrifting for books and stuff like that, is don't be focused on just the vintage ones, because it's not all the vintage, you know, like the one that I tore up to do for all of those pieces that I have right there was not a vintage book. It was from 2014, I believe. So it's definitely not vintage, but it had good images in it. And so I was able to tear it up. And so for $2, I've got all of these images right here. Plus, I have all of these papers here that I can use like for book pages or whatever. So guys, all right, now I am getting off of here because it is too dark. I can't hardly see, but I'm looking on my iPad and it looks like you guys can see pretty decently, so that's good. But I can't see, it's dark. So I will see you guys later. There may or may not be a video uploaded over the weekend, but I will be back on Monday for sure. And I will talk to you guys later. Go check out my Etsy. I do have some stuff in there, and I've got some more savings challenges coming into my Etsy. Some super cute little mystery savings challenges that will be hopefully listed tonight if I can get the power back on to finish laminating everything. But yeah, there's a lot of new stuff coming out. So there you go. All right. Bye, guys.